Let's just start with its two most important divisions, e-commerce and cloud. What were the highlights?
Okay, so on the e-commerce side, I guess the market took confidence that things are beginning to get back on track. So the economic headwinds within China's economy are still there, but the company seems to be navigating those quite well. The competitive issues they've suffered from PDD and others, again, seem to be being addressed. Alibaba's being very competitive in terms of its pricing, maybe taking a hit to margins, but net, they're maintaining or even building their market share. So no great worries on that side. But the focus of events, the focus of headlines, the focus of the con call was AI. So if you remember, about roughly 2 years ago, the company tried to reposition itself into AI. It sort of split up into different businesses. That didn't go particularly well. But now, given the growing momentum and the renewed focus on China AI following DeepSeek, the company is firmly repositioned as an AI play. They talked a lot about something called AGI, or Artificial General Intelligence. They're hiking their CapEx significantly. The management said they will be spending as much in the next 3 years on AI-related CapEx and R&D spend as they have in the last decade combined. So really, they're taking a big view on this. The question is, though, at what point will they get the payoff and the monetization?
Yeah, that is a big question. The push into artificial general intelligence, the next big hurdle for a lot of these companies. But as you say, so far the returns aren't yet there. What are analysts saying about this big push into AGI?
Well, on AGI is an AI model that is approximately on par with a human level of intelligence. Now, this is something straight out of the realms of science fiction. Now, I would argue, based on a more in-depth understanding of the current generation of models, there are big question marks as to whether we can actually achieve that. So the current generation of models are great efficiency tools or whatever, but in no way do they match human levels of intelligence. So really, we require a significant technological breakthrough in order to get to this holy grail of AGI. The timing on that remains completely unknown. The probability as well is, not particularly high. It's the holy grail, as I said. Alibaba is not the only company gunning for this. All the US tech platforms, it's what the whole industry is trying to achieve. How long it will take to get there, and also whether they will get there, remains completely in question. But just go back to the monetization front. Just doing a little bit of analysis, pulling numbers on the back of the earnings statement last night. If you look at their incremental cloud sales in US dollar terms compared to the same quarter a year ago, they generated incremental US dollar cloud sales of 107 million US dollars. Okay, so that's the incremental revenue. In the quarter alone, they spent 4.4 billion on CapEx. So I would say that's a pretty poor return on investment. And as we know, there are cutthroat levels of competition in both the cloud sector and the AI sector in China. So I think this whole monetization question is the elephant in the room. Clearly, the stock market is ignoring that at the moment. Look at the share price reaction. But if these companies, not just in China, but in the US and elsewhere, don't start monetizing, then, for what are they spending these vast levels of CapEx?